Just conceptualize living with over 7 billion people in this world. This amount of population will not only harm the human nature, but it will harm the environment as well. Global warming has received the most attention, but human activity is also poisoning rivers, lakes and seas, exhausting freshwater supplies, destroying fertile soil, killing other species by the thousands, and overwhelming processes. Time for action is short, but we can do something about it if we work as a group and as a community. Our global climate is nearing tipping point. There is a potential for explosive changes with effects that would be irreversible. If we do not rapidly slow fossil fuel emissions, our planet is really in danger. Environmentalists believe that a fundamental cause of environment destruction is population growth and population explosion, as there are too many people on Earth and there is no real solution unless the humans somehow reduce their number. Growing Australia's population has a much greater impact than growing the population of a poor country. We are the heaviest carbon users in the world, about 23 tons per capita, so people that come to this country from anywhere on this planet will result almost certainly in an increase in carbon emissions. Most importantly, will we be able to feed 9.2 billion people? This year, for the first time in history, over 1 billion people go to bed hungry every day. High food prices and global economic recession have pushed 100 million more people than last year in chronic hunger and poverty. Looking ahead, we know that the climate changes, rising energy prices, and growing water scarcity will make it harder, not easier, to grow the crops necessary and to feed the expanding population. Mounting soil erosion and the loss of farm and the land will also add to the challenge of boosting food production. But it is just not the food that's potentially in short supply. Water scarcity is a growing concern. In many parts of the world today, major rivers at various times of the year no longer reach the ocean. In some areas, lakes are going to dry and underground water aquifers are being rapidly depleted. And climate change, of course, will make the water situation even more critical. Drier areas will be more prone to drought, wetter areas more prone to flooding, and the summer runoff from snowpack and glaciers will diminish. As food, water, and other resources are strained by the escalating demanding of a growing world population, the number of environmental refugees in the world will rise, and so will the potential of conflict and civil war. To be honest, scientists have actually predicted that if we are to have a next World War III, it will be not on any invasion or expansion or even power, it would be on water. Water, because there will be a moment, if we continue like this, the price of water will be equivalent to the price of petrol and oil. We know that the world is burning. The question is how to put it out of fire. Population and pollution begins not in a family bedroom, but in the corporate boardroom. Poverty was the cause of rapid population growth in the 20th century, not an effect, and poverty itself was the result of centuries of colonist plunder. Everywhere in the world there is evidence of deep-seated failure in the effort to use competence, the wealth, and the power at human disposal for the maximum good of human beings. The environmental crisis is the major example of this failure. The present system of production is self-destructive. The present cause of human civilization is suicidal. UK-based Optimum Population Trust describes itself as leading environment charity and thinks tank in the UK concerned with the impact of population growth on the environment. Dangerously rapid climate change with rising food, water, and fuel scarcity are already threatening human populations. The three ways we could actually reduce this is by thinking globally, nationally, and personally. By globally, we can reduce the birth rates. Nationally, we can reduce or keep birth rates low or balance migrations to prevent population increase. And personally, we can have fewer children and work for few more years before retiring. As these examples show, populationists hold widely views on how serious the overpopulation problem is and what should be done to solve it. They all agree on, however, that too many people is the primary cause of environmental destruction, including global warming, and that reducing human numbers will make things better. Not only better, but easier. As we'll see that judgments fall on many counts. Thank you very much, and I hope you have learned why and how population explosion can be the main cause of our destruction in the future. Not only in the future, but in our past. Not only in the future, but in our present as well.